It is a bright, sunshiny day here in the desert Southwest, and the temperature comfortable enough that they said, hey, let's open the roof. That's what they've done here at State Farm Stadium, just west of downtown Phoenix. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Arizona Cardinals. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll start on the ground with Charbonnet. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. You look at this Arizona defense. They were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you can tell by this team, all right? Anytime you can tell your offense, hey, just get us a couple touchdowns. We got this thing locked down. That's when you know you're playing well and you're carrying your team along.
Now Darnold. They'll set up a screen to Charbonnet. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap for Darnold. A short one caught by Barner. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. as we step aside here in this first quarter. On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Looking to put a drive together. On the ground, here's the rookie from Notre Dame. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's a second down and 7 from the 37. Throwing now, here's Beck. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. You talk about this Seahawk defense. They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on fourth down. Back deep, Rashid Shaheed. This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Second and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs, and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Off of play action, Darnold. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Darnold from the gun. It's the electric return man getting involved in the passing game. Rashid Shaheed. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Throwing quickly, Darnold, that's complete. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Darnold to throw again. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. First and goal from the 6. Back to throw, Darnold. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 3 yards is the gain that time. Second and goal.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive, because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
Charbonnet is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2, as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. It's the fullback. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Seahawks post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 7-0.
Cardinals, nothing. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Their own 23-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point, because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. The field flipper there, a 47-yard punt coupled with a loss on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads. They don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. A quick pass to Kupp. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First down, Seattle.
Out of the gun, a give to Charbonnet. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Darnold. A short one caught by Barner. And they'll get to it after a gain of 7 to the 47. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down.
And the Seahawks first down.
In motion goes the tight end. Here's Darnold. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Right back to him for 10 more and a first.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Darnold going to lead the offense up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And Shaheed going to go in motion. Now Darnold going to take it and just bat this one forward to his wideout. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
At the 13-yard line.
Now it's Darnold. And it's caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A.J. Barner from 13 yards out. And the Seahawks have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Myers connects on the PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Cardinals nothing. Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
First and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Open man is Marvin Harrison Jr. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a third and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out third and long.
It'll be Love to try and get the first. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run for it with Love. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
44-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Going to the air, back. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. They're calling a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Cardinals, first down. First and 10 at the
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Play action now. Back. That's complete to Michael Wilson. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Back to pass. Throw on the right side, complete to Harrison. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Second down from the 8. They can get a first down by reaching the 5. Again, back to pass. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Back going to throw. Touchdown, Cardinals. Trey McBride in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cardinals are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. His first career touchdown pass, and you know, it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
Extra point by Ryland, up and good, and that'll make our score 14-7. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. He's going to let this one go deep.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Cards are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start the drive with Love here.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the foot.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now, the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
On the Seahawks 45-yard line.
Here's Beck. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Now it's Beck. Over the middle, complete. It's Harrison. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. They'll try and run for it. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Good spot on the field to go for it. Kind of no man's land, as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter is telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow. Might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you... If you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway.
Beck looks to throw. Touchdown! Kendrick Bourne, 30-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals are an extra point away from evening this one up. Ryland on for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14. Chad Ryland to kick off for Arizona.
So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer. Because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game. Because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
Darnold now, pretty amazing. 14 of 16 throwing the ball. It's 1st and 10. A quick throw caught by Kupp out wide. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
2nd and 5 at the 33-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 5. And now a handoff to Charbonnet. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
Third and 2. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And look at the big man rumble. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score. A fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. Now Ryland for the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Cardinals 21, Seahawks 14. Jack Ryland to kick off for Arizona.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter. No time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. And instead, it's 4th down. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the fourth. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
They work now on 2nd and 9. It's Beck. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Wilson. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A big pickup of 38.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
On first down, here's Love. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. On the play fake, it's Beck. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now a give running right is Love. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. So there the defense denies the rookie of his potential first career touchdown.
And his first NFL touchdown celebration. I wonder if he's thought about it, if he has something cooked up in his head as he worked on with his team, and think about the celebration back home when he finally scores his first touchdown.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
For the Arizona field goal. A 39-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Here's Darnold. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Oh, he finds his running back who snuck right down the middle of the field. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
Touchdown Seattle.
Zach Charbonnet, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense. Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just one score. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here first and 10. 45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
Staying on the ground, it's Love.
And this is the worry, because sometimes you get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up, and you're staring at an important third down.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. Straight ahead running. Here's Love. And he's going to have a Cardinals first down, at least at first glance, as they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. To throw is Beck. A short one here, caught by McBride. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
I just love how they're going about trying to finish off this game. This is not an offense that's going to go into its shell. They're going to keep exploiting weaknesses where they see them. And that's a huge pickup there with the game in the balance.
Back to throw. That's pulled in by Wilson. And down inside the 15 he goes. This quarterback now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down. Shotgun handoff now for Love. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up this secondary all game long. And this time, that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have, because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around. They're reading coverages early. So now they're like seasoned pros earlier in their career. How about this one here? If they win this ball game, a game ball definitely coming from his head coach.
Chad Ryland to kick off for Arizona.
Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. This is 1st and 10. Now Darnold. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations, and you've often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
And they will take a knee here.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best